As always, a little bit of standing, a little bit of plank, a little bit of dog. If you want to stick on some tunes, you can jump over to Rise. I'm pointing over here because that's where I can see the screen. You guys can rise.co.uk/online on your screens, and all the tunes are on there. You can also just search for Rise with a 1 Power 7 on Spotify, and that'll bring it up. Also, if you jump over to the website, you can jump into our Zoom room, which means I get to see your lovely faces here and here, which is nice, so we can have that shared practice experience. And yeah, so we'll get started in 5 minutes. So this is power. Don't need anything at all except yourself, really. So nice, strong, flowy sequence. Lots of focus on strength as well as flexibility. Lots of work on abs as well. So really like this one. Quite a challenging options. There's a few little funky options we can take if we're feeling strong, and lots of options to take it down as well. Awesome. So we have got 4 minutes and 48 seconds. So things to look forward to. We've got a new power. So if you're a power person, new power starting next week, which I'm well excited about. So that'll be first power force. It's Monday or Tuesday. Find out the schedule soon. So keep an eye on the schedule. There will be new power starting next week. And the other thing to look forward for is it's Dress Up Saturday tomorrow. So Trianne and Chris will be sporting some sort of fabulous outfits. So that'll be exciting. Always a surprise what they're going to be. So you can zoom in to that or watch on Facebook so that's 9:30 and 10:30. Oh, lots of people joining us in the Zoom room. So we've got Jen and Emily. Hi guys. Welcome on in. Awesome stuff. So, hello, there we are. How are you? Are you okay?
Yeah, good. I'm looking for an impact or something equivalent on farm.
Oh.
The certainties are, I can see a lot of wood chip and hello.
You're going to get the full-on hot yoga experience today out on the farm, eh?
I know.
Hey, is that Lottie?
Yeah.
Awesome. Boom.
Trampoline might be a bit much, mightn't it?
Trampolining yoga. Maybe that's the new exercise sensation that's about to take off. I can imagine that's pretty funky.
Not sure how well I'd balance, to be fair.
I mean, it's a bit like supboard. You've done supboard before, haven't you?
Do what board?
Stand-up paddleboarding.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, surely it can't be harder than that.
No, that's tricky and impossible. Right, it's a nice bit of blue top. This might have to be it. Okay, but what do you think? Does it look like a yoga mat to you? What do you think? Does it look like a yoga mat to you, this blue top? Yeah, it's like that, Chris.
Cool. Well, so Jen's at home. She's joining us on the farm, who I've been talking to, if you're watching on Facebook, not just talking to myself, and is currently searching for an item to do yoga on, and she decided on a tarp. Speaking of which, nice segue into, if you're at home and you don't have a mat and you'd like to borrow a mat, you are very welcome to get in touch and we will arrange some sort of socially distanced pick-up, drop-off situation. If you do need a mat and you want to borrow one of ours, you're very welcome to. So don't struggle without a mat. You don't have to use a tarp like Jen. You are welcome. You are welcome to get in touch and ask us if you need one. Likewise, if you ever have any questions, yeah, no. If you've only got,
you could work on the shopping channel.
yeah, I would love to work on the shopping channel. Just, yeah. Also, speaking of getting in touch, segue again. Do get in touch if you have any questions. If you're not quite sure about how a pose is. If a pose doesn't feel right, if you're wondering what a good alternative is, we're still always obviously here at the end of the virtual world. So just drop us a message on Facebook or leave us a comment anytime if you've got any questions. Do feel free to get in touch. Oh, I better start Instagram. Right. Hey team, welcome on in, Insta peeps, to Pow 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 Power 7. So, standing, plank, dog, core. I'm very excited about this one. Cool. So, it's going to be fast, it's going to be fun. Remember, do just modify and adapt as you need. We've got quite a number of rounds, so don't worry if you don't quite get it first time round. The idea is it will get easier over time. You start to pick up that flow. Similarly, don't worry if you don't feel as flexible on the first couple of rounds. The idea is we take lots of dynamic movements and that builds up flexibility, strength over time. All right, we have got 21 seconds to go. So let's come on down and find our way into a wide leg child's pose. So thinking about bringing the knees out wide towards the edges of the mat, big toes together, hips down towards the heels, stretch the spine out long in front of us. And starting to relax there. Letting the hips come down towards the heels, the spine extend. Inhaling. And exhaling. So you're all super welcome on into power. Just taking a few moments here to power up, to find the breath, to breathe into the spine, into the back body, into the side body. Bringing new oxygen, new energy on board. See if you can maybe find a little sense of releasing, of softening through the hips, through the shoulders, through the jaw. Taking one more really deep inhale. Exhale. And from there, starting to ground down with the hands, roll on up and finding your way to a table pose. So hands are underneath the shoulders, knees underneath the hips, spreading the fingers out wide, drawing the abs in tight. When you're ready, let's rock and roll. Cat-cow. Inhale, gaze lifts, roll the shoulders down the back, stretching out through the chest. Exhale, really squeeze the core, arch, 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 lengthen through the whole back body. So we're inhaling, opening up through the chest, starting to let breath and movement come together. And exhale, strong core, arch and lengthen and stretch, squeeze the abs. One more inhale, opening out through the heart. And exhale, tuck the toes, press the hips all the way up to the back of the room, finding a downward facing dog. So downward facing dog, the fingers are spread out wide, the pointer finger is facing forwards. We're really powering into the fingertips, into the second knuckle. Squeeze the core and extend the hips as high as you can, firming the upper arms away from the ears. If you're feeling it, take a little pedal out, a little shake out from side to side, a little wiggle, whatever at all feels nice. We're aiming to find space in the hammies and the calves, in the back body as we strengthen abs and shoulders. Taking one more deep breath in. And from there, walking the feet towards the hands, finding your way into a floppy forward fold. Again, if you want to take a little bit of free movement here, a little sway, a little pedal out, rock on, we're just aiming to find some space, starting to open up space in the whole of the body. Taking one more deep breath in. And out here. And then from there, ground down with the feet, root to rise, lift, extending all the way up to the sky, stretch and reach. And exhale, swan dive, folding straight back down, hands plant, head drops. On an inhale, float up high on the fingertips or bring hands to shins, stretching out, long flat back, inhale. And exhale, refold, plant the hands, hop, step or jump, finding your way to plank. Remember the fingers are spread out wide, the core is engaged. From there, straight into low plank. So using the toes, move the body weight forwards and then start to bend the elbows, ribcage, meet the elbows, low plank. Rolling onto tops of the feet, squeeze the glutes, point the toes, up dog. And exhale your way all the way back to a downward facing dog. Feel free to adjust the distance between hands and feet if you need to. Thinking about extending those hips high, stretching up, rolling the upper arms in, squeeze the core, spine long, calves open. Taking one more inhale. Exhale. From there, bending the knees, look to the thumbs, hop, step or jump towards the hands. Inhale, find a long flat back, stretching out, reaching out. And exhale, fold. Perfect. Ground down with the feet, reach to rise, lift, extend up tall. And bring hands to heart center. All right, team, let's get going. Moving your weight into the right foot, taking a tree pose. So the left foot can be low, high, or all the way up onto the inner thigh, whatever is working for you. From there, if you're feeling it, we're going to take the hands out wide, thinking about actively pressing that right thigh into the left foot back into the right thigh. Maybe if you're feeling it, turning the gaze out towards that right hand, little tree variation. For 3, working on strength and stability. 2. and one, carefully release. Left foot down, right foot is going to come up. So make sure the toes of that left foot are spread out, grounding down. Remember that right foot can be high or low, just make sure it's above or below the knee. Firming that left leg into the right foot back into the left leg. Taking the hands out wide if that's available to you. Maybe turning the gaze out towards those left hands, those left fingers. Stretching out long spine, inhaling. Exhaling for 3, so working on balance and concentration. 2. And 1, release. Well done. Plant the right foot down. Inhale, root to rise, lift, extend. Exhale, swan dive, folding forwards, hands plant, head drops. On an inhale, float up high on the fingertips, long, flat back. Exhale, plant the hands and hop, step or jump. Find your way to plank. From there, we're going to roll from dog to plank. So we're going to roll back to dog, and then we're going to squeeze the core, ripple back to plank. So you can just stay there, moving forwards or backwards. From plank to dog. If you'd like to scoop the knees back and roll through the spine a little bit deeper, feel free, bending the knees, moving the body weight backwards, squeezing the core, taking that deeper flow. So your choice, just taking it nice and easy, plank to dog, or take these dog plank rolls for 3. So think about building strength in the core, in the legs, the abs. 2. 1 more. And 1. Find your way to plank. Use the toes, move the body weight forwards, bend the elbows into low plank. Rolling onto the tops of the feet, squeeze the glutes, up dog. Exhaling your way to a downward facing dog. Fingers are spread out wide, core is engaged. Straight in, toe tap. So tapping one toe, tapping the other. Option to stay there. Option to take it further by throwing in a plank. Moving from plank, squeeze the core straight back into that toe tap. We're getting a lovely mobilization through the spine, really working the abs here, starting to build some heat for 3. Well done. Squeeze the core. Feel that twist through the spine. 2. Use the core to control that movement. 1 more. And back to dog there. From there, we're going to hop to seated. And take both legs out in front of us. So soft bend through the knees. Inhale, reach up, stretch up, angle the body forwards, and start to shimmy the hips out behind you, finding a way into a double leg forward fold. Thinking about inhaling, stretching, look forwards, long through the spine, lower back to the floor. Inhale. Exhale, relax, letting the head and the shoulders release. So this is going to be our recovery, our reset, our abs prep. Taking 1 more inhale. Exhale. And from there, rolling up, cross the legs, find your way back to plank. Using the toes, move the body weight forwards, bending the elbows into low plank. Inhale, up dog, shoulders down the back. Exhaling your way, downward facing dog. Stretch out, take a moment, take a deep breath in. And now. And let's go. Bend the knees, hop to hands. Inhale, long flat back, stretching out. Exhale, fold. That was round 1. Let's go. Inhale, reach tall. Round 2. Hands to heart center. Moving the weight into the right foot. Left foot's coming up, high or low, finding a tree pose. Foot and inner thigh press towards each other. Taking the hands out wide, strong through the core. Maybe, if it's available to you, turning the gaze out towards that right hand. Holding here for 3. Feel that strength in the core, that length in the spine. Shoulders soft. 2. And 1. From there, we're going to leave the arms out wide and extend the left foot out behind us, taking this variation of a warrior 3. So we're scissoring the inner thighs together, pointing those left toes, engaging that left glute, strong, 1 long line from toes to head, aeroplane warrior 3, really stretching out through the chest and feeling some work in the back body for 3. Work on that balance, that strength. 2. And 1. Float to standing with control. Transfer the weight into the left foot, taking your tree pose on the other side. So take some time, firm up through the legs, find that control through the core. Take the arms out wide, maybe turning the gaze out towards the left fingers. The spine is long, shoulders relaxed, breath steady for 3. So start to think about that transition to the next pose. 2, taking it out to that aeroplane warrior 3. And 1, let's go. Lift that right knee and extend the right foot out behind you. Keeping the arms out wide, steering the hips down, scissoring the hips together, squeeze the core. Imagine you're making 1 long line from head to toes. Try not to let the chest droop, but really squeeze the core and focus on a sense of length for 3. So really extend and reach, crown with head forwards, toes back. 2. And 1, careful roll up. Inhale, reach tall, lift. Exhale to fold. Inhale, long flat back. Exhale, plank back to jump, step jump to plank. From there, moving from dog to plank, either just a simple flow, or if you're feeling it, we can scoop it back from that plank, squeeze and roll forward. So from plank, bending the knees, rolling the weight backwards and feeling that flow from the core. Working here for 5. So slow, controlled movements, or maybe a little faster, entirely up to you. 3, 2, working shoulders, abs and quads. And 1, find your way into a plank. From there, option 1, we're just taking a slow tap out with the feet. Option 2, we're going to take it into plank jacks. So slow or fiery, entirely up to you. Hips are down, strong through the core, hands pressing hard into mat. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Nice work, plank. Use the toes, move the body weight forwards, lower down, low plank. Inhale, up dog, shoulders down the back. Exhale your way all the way back to a down dog. From there, opposite hand to foot, nice and simple toe taps. If you want to throw in a plank and a pike, rock on. Entirely up to you, squeezing the core, moving the body weight forwards and backwards for 5. Strong and controlled through the abs. 4, 3, 2, and 1. From there, we're moving all the way to a twist dog. Spread the fingers out wide, hips are high, long spine. Inhale and exhale. Take your left hand over to the right ankle. If you need to bring the hands a little closer together, feel free. If you can't quite reach, you can just plant that left hand somewhere on the right side of the mat. If you're feeling super funky, watch my face plant here, you might have a little play, or also lifting up that left foot. So something to play with if you're feeling strong. For 3, 2, and 1. Let's take that on the other side. Left hand plants, inhale. Exhale that right hand over. So finding that twist, that stretch, strong through the core, feeling that rotation through the spine. If you want to have a little play, lifting up that right foot, feel free, or you can, like me, stay grounded, feeling the hips neutralize into a square position, the heels sink down, stretching out through the shoulders. Well done. For 3, 2, and 1. Right hand plants, bend the knees, hop to seated. Both legs out in front of you, soft bend through the knees. Inhale, rise up, stretch up, and take that beautiful forward fold. Lengthening out, inhaling, moving the body weight forward, stretching long. Exhale, relaxing down for 3. Deep breaths in, and out to this dry recovery. 2. 1 more, inhale. Exhale. From there, we're rolling it up and finding high boat to low boat. So strong through the core, lifting up with the knees, finding a boat pose. Remember, you're welcome to stay there. You're welcome to have the hands behind you or behind the thighs. Or if you're ready, we're going to move from low to high, squeezing the core, keeping the chest lifted, moving here for 5. Slow and controlled. 4, squeeze the core. Focus on that stability, lifting up with the chest. 3, well done. 2, and lift all the way up and over. Let's go. We're already on round 3, smashing it today. Use the toes, move the body weight forwards, bend the elbows into low plank. Inhale, up dog, shoulders down the back, strong core. Exhale, down dog. Bending the knees, hop to hands. Inhale, long flat back, stretching out. Exhale, fold. Grounding down with the feet, root to rise, lift, extend. Hands to heart center. Straight in, tree pose, right foot down, left foot's coming up high or low, entirely up to you. Thinking about firming up with the legs, the core, squeezing in the abs, taking the arms out wide. Maybe the gaze turns out towards that right hand. Working here for 3. So think about that next pose. We're going to take it to that aeroplane warrior 3. Think about that transition. 2. And 1. Carefully lift the left knee up, extend it out behind you. We're finding a T shape with the body. So feel that you're squeezing the inner thighs in together. Squeeze the left glute long through the spine. 1 long line from toes to head and from fingertip to fingertip. Really stretching out through the chest. For 3. We're going to take it to standing splits next. 2. Really extend and reach. And 1. Folding over that right leg. Squaring the hips. Lift that left foot as high as you can. Seesawing with the body here. So as the left toes extend away from the crown of the head, find length. Exhale, relaxing into that stretch. Opening up hammies and calves for 3. Deep breaths in. And out. 2. Keep lifting and stretching. And 1. Left foot meets right. Ground down with the feet. Root to rise. Lift, extend. Inhale. Exhale, hands to heart center. Straight into our second side. Left foot is grounding. Right foot's coming up. Finding our tree pose. Firming the legs in towards each other, squeezing in the core, taking the hands out wide. This time the gaze is coming out to the left if you can. Make sure you've got that core tight. Make sure you feel the crown of the head reaching tall for 3. Again, start to think about that next pose. 2. And 1. Let's lift that right knee and sweep into an aeroplane warrior. Squaring the hips, squeezing the inner thighs together. 1 long line from toes to head. Stretch and reach for 3. Long opening through the heart, stretching out through the chest. 2. Standing splits next. And 1. Careful transition forwards. Left foot grounds, bends if you need to. toes and head move away from each other. So from right toe to head, really reach and stretch, inhale. Exhale, let yourself fall and fold, opening up through that left hamstring, through the calf, working on balance for 3. Inhale. Exhale, 2, keep lifting and stretching. And 1, right foot meets left, ground down with the feet. Inhale, reach, rise, extend, lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, find a long flat back. Exhale, plant the hands. And we're into plank, dog plank rolls. So either moving straight from plank to dog, or if you want to take these little scoops, sending the knees and the hips backwards and rolling out, entirely up to you. Squeezing in the core wherever you are, moving with control. So plank to dog or little dog plank rolls for 5, 4. Really slow it down or take it faster. 3. Almost there. 2. And 1, find your way to a plank. Hands are pressing hard into the mat. Slow tap out with one foot and the other, or into a high, faster plank jack. Entirely up to you. Remember, you're welcome to switch around. Strong core, press hard with hands into mat. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, come on down to a side plank. Left elbow down, right hand to the sky. If you need to plant a foot and just hold, feel free. If you can, we're going to drive right elbow to right knee and away again. Working to the obliques, challenging our balance. Working here for 5. Strong through the core. Working to shoulder strength. 4, 3. Really extend and drive. 2. 1 more. And transition second side. So now we're bringing the right elbow down, left hand to the sky. If you need to plant that left foot, feel free. If you can, we're going to take elbow to knee. Squeeze and drive. Really focus on that power down the side body, keeping the hips high. 5. Well done. 4. Good, nice work. 3, 2, and 1. Find your way back to a full plank. Use the toes, move the body weight forwards, bend through the elbows into low plank. Inhale, up dog, shoulders down the back, stretching through the chest. Exhaling your way to a downward facing dog. Straight in, tapping one hand to the toes, other hand to the toes. If you want to take a plank there and move from plank to dog with a toe tap, rock on. Any variations for 5, strong core. 4, we're going to take a twist dog next. 3, into a wild thing. 2, 1 more. And from there, we're going to take left hand all the way to the right ankle. If you're feeling funky and can throw that left foot in the air, feel free. Thinking about squaring the hips, powering the hips up high, lengthening through the spine, feeling that rotation of chest to the right side of the mat. 3, deep breaths in, and out. 2, and 1. From there, we're just going to plant that left hand down, lift the left foot up, rock the left foot behind us, and then press the hips high, wild thing. So we're balancing on our right hand and both feet. Really press into both big toes, lift and stretch. Should feel like a lovely opening through the chest, stretching out to the front side of the body, the hip flexors. 1 more inhale, and exhale back to our downward facing dog. From there, we're going to inhale and exhale, take our right hand over to the left ankle again. You're very welcome to throw a leg in the air if you're feeling it, or work on neutralizing the hips and twisting from the base of the spine. Power those hips up high, keep the core strong, inhaling. Exhale around, well done. 3, almost there. Working to the abs, twisting through the spine. Great for digestion here. 2, and 1. Plant that right hand down, lift the right foot up, drop it down behind the body, and then power lift up with the hips. Really extend. Focus on that sense of length, of stretch on the whole front side of the body. Squeezing the core, squeezing the glutes, lift and lengthen for 3. Deep breaths in. And now we're going to have a little break in core next. 2, and 1. Flow your way back to a down dog. Look to the hands, hop to seated. And here we are, core sequence. Both legs out in front of you. Inhale, lift up, stretch up, angle the body forwards and start to shimmy the hips out behind you, lengthening out. Inhale. Exhale, shoulders relax, spine is long, resetting for 3. Inhale, reach, 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 stretch, shoulders relax. 2. 1 more, inhale. Exhale. Come on up here, finding a boat pose, squeezing in the core. Option to have hands behind you, hold around the backs of the legs. Option to work high to low, entirely up to you. Squeezing the core wherever you are, focusing on finding length in the spine. 5, well done. 4, almost there. 3, 2, and 1. Plant the feet, plant the hands, press the hips up high, finding your way to a reverse table, or if you're feeling it, a reverse plank. Squeezing the core, power, 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 lift up, open through the heart, drawing the shoulder blades together for 3. So we're working on power and strength in the back body, opening space in the front side of the body. 2, lift, 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 and 1, great job. Drop the hips, roll forwards. We are in round 4, plank, low plank, up dog, down dog, bending the knees, hop to hands. Inhale, long flat back, stretch it out. Exhale, fold. Grounding down with the feet, root to rise, lift, extend, and bring hands to heart center. Balance sequence, right foot down, left foot up, finding a tree pose. Remember, we're pressing the feet and the inner thigh in towards each other, taking the hands out wide, maybe turning the gaze out towards that right hand. Strong core, long spine for 3. Aeroplane, warrior 3 next, 2. And 1, left knee lifts and extends out behind you. We're steering the hips down, engaging that right quad, really lengthening and stretching, squeezing the shoulder blades together, stretching out through the chest for 3. So think about that standing splits, thinking about engaging that left glute, 2. And 1, flowing forwards, letting the body drape down over that right leg. Kick as high as you can with that left foot, letting the head and the shoulders of that left foot relax. Kick, 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 stretch up. We're going to take it to a reverse warrior next, 3. Stretch and lift, 2. And 1. So we're going to ground the whole outer edge of the right foot, rise on up, coming into a warrior 1. So warrior 1, left knee over left ankle, right foot is grounding, and then we're just going to take it back. So we're going to start to arch and lift. So be really mindful of your lower back here, maintain that lunge. We're just focusing on extending. So don't think about a back bend so much as a front extension. Lift and maybe start to find that gesture of opening. 3, deep breath in, and that right quad should feel on fire. 2. 1 more, inhale, and exhale, hands to heart center and step forwards with control. Nice work. Left foot grounds, and we're taking that right foot up onto anywhere on the inside of the left leg, pressing in towards each other, squeezing in the core, arms out wide, gaze out towards the right. Strong, long lines from heel to head, from finger to finger for 3. Inhaling, exhaling, well done, 2. Think about that aeroplane pose next, and 1, right knee lifts and sweep out into an aeroplane. So 1 long line from toes to head, scissoring the inner thighs together. So feel that squeeze of the inner thighs at the top of the legs, squeeze that right glute, the hips are squaring towards the short side of the mat. Long from toes to head, from finger to finger. 3, standing splits into reverse warrior. 2, and 1, fold over that left leg, kick up high with the right foot. Remember you're seesawing, so find 1 line from head to toes, inhale. Exhale, let the head drape, the right foot kick higher, stretching out down the back of that left leg for 3. So we're going to take it to the warrior next, 2, and 1, right foot back, left foot forwards. Windmilling the hands to the sky, we're squaring the hips towards the short side of the mat, powering into that left foot, really ground down into the outer edge of that right foot. From there, inhale, start to lift and extend. So don't worry about how deep your back bend is here, we're just finding space. So squeeze the core and stream the heart to the sky. Maybe let the arms reach out behind you, but focus on maintaining that lunge, on maintaining that power in both feet. 3, lifting up, stretching up, should feel lovely and open. 2, 1 more breath in. And out, hands to heart center, stepping forwards. Beautiful work. Inhale, reach, rise. Exhale, fold. Inhale, long flat back. Plant the hands. Find your way to plank. We're straight in to plank dog rolls. Remember, you can just move straight from plank to dog, or you could add in that little roll, bending the knees and rippling forward. So dropping the knees, squeezing the core, hips to heels, and then rolling up. Any variations working here for 3. With control, with power. 2, feeling that flow through the spine, and 1, back into plank. Option, tap out, or take it into a jack. Keeping the hands strong, finding that power, keeping the abs engaged, make sure the hips aren't piking over the head. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, side plank. Remember, you can take any variations. If you can, you're coming down to a forearm hold if you need to. If you're ready, let's go with that knee drive, elbow to knee, keeping the hips high, working into the side body. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Take it over, right elbow down, left hand lifts, hips up high, hold, or take that drive, extend and squeeze. 5, moving with power, with control. 4, 3, focusing on stability wherever you are. 2, and 1, into a forearm plank. So the elbows are down, strong through the core. I'm going to walk the feet a little closer towards the elbows, finding a forearm dog, And then we're going to ripple from forearm dog to forearm plank. If you just want to hold a forearm dog, hips in the sky, feel free. If you can, we're moving forwards and backwards. Super fiery work, super great way to build strength in the shoulders, the abdominals. Working here, 5, moving with control, 4. Well done, great job, 3, 2, and 1. Find your way up to plank. From there, use the toes, move the body weight forwards, bend the elbows, low plank. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Set yourself up in your dog, spread the fingers out wide, core engaged, taking it to a toe tap and a toe tap. If you're feeling it, plank to toe tap, plank to toe tap, squeezing the core, finding that sense of twisting through the spine for 5. Well done, 4. Moving with control. Really focus on those muscles engaging, 3, 2, and 1. From there, we're going to take a twist dog. Take your right hand over to the left ankle. If you want to put that right foot into the sky, feel free. Thinking about squaring the hips, feeling that twist right from the base of the spine. Strong core, finding a long line down the left side of the body for 3. Deep breaths in and out, 2. And 1. Right hand plants, lift the right foot up, let the right foot fall behind you, and then press the hips up high. Wild thing, really stretch and reach. One long line from that left toe all the way to the crown of the head, powering those hips up high, opening out through the front side of the body for 3. So we're going to take it to warrior 2 next. We're going to whip the right foot around to the front of the mat, sweep ourselves up and over, and we'll be in a warrior 2. 2, and 1, let's go. So right foot forwards, right foot is facing the right side of the mat, and then we sweep windmill the left hand up, left foot is taking the right side of the mat, and we're in warrior 2. So we're thinking about surfing the mat here, right foot facing forwards, left foot towards the wrong side of the mat, squeezing the core, lifting up with the chest, shoulders relaxed. Make sure both arms are out long. You're feeling that energy opening out through the hips. Perfect. For 3, so really find that warrior, that strength. 2, 1 more, inhale. And exhale, windmilling the hands, back to down dog. So find your way back to a downward facing dog. And from there, we're going to take that on the other side. So left hand reaches over to the right ankle. Thinking about squeezing in the core, rotating from the base of the hips. Feeling that stretch down the back of both legs, extension down the right side of the body. For 3, so we're going to take it to wild thing, and then to warrior 2. 2, 1 more, inhale. Exhale. Left hand plants, left foot lifts, just a little drop that left foot behind you, and power, reach the hips up high, stretching out through the whole front side of the body, reach and extend, squeeze the glutes, lift, 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 opening out through the front side of the chest for 3, inhale, exhale, lift and extend, 2, and 1, find that funky transition, so you sweep the left foot forwards, ground down with the right heel as you windmill the hands up, warrior 2, adjusting if you need to, heel to inner arch alignment, left foot is facing forwards, right foot facing the long side of the mat, power into the outer edge of that right foot, draw that left knee forwards, maybe that left knee moves back a little bit, really strong, active warrior arms, gazing over that middle finger, nice work, hang on in there, find that focus, that concentration, 3, deep breaths in and out, 2, and 1, off we go. Windmill the hands back to dog. From there, hopping to seated. Both legs out in front of you. Soften through the knees. Inhale, reach. Exhale, fold. Finding our lovely lower back and hamstring release. So we're stretching out here, finding space through the whole back body. Inhaling. Exhaling for 3. So long through the spine. 2. And 1, come on up. We're finding a boat. Hold strong through the core. Hands can plant behind back to the body or the knees. Or if you're feeling it, high to low. Squeeze and drive. Focus on that power through the abdominals. Lifting long through the spine for 5. Well done. 4. Really squeeze and drive. 3, 2, 1 more if you can. And plant both feet, plant the hands, hips up high, reverse table, or extend the legs out long and squeeze, reverse plank. Either variation, we're thinking about stretching out through the chest, feel that power in the glutes, working here for 3. Deep breaths in and out, lift as high as you can, feel that power, 2. And 1, drop the hips, soles of the feet come together, and we're rolling down. So we're going to take bound angle sit-ups. Option 1, we're just taking chin to just squeeze in the core. Make sure it's the squeeze of the abs that's doing lifting, not the neck. If you're feeling strong today, hands can start off over the head. And we chin to just squeeze, we're reaching all the way up and over, finding a lovely little hip opener, and rolling back again. So either just a little pulse, or if you're feeling it, coming all the way up and over, working there for 3. So slow, controlled return, squeezy pulses, 2, Really great way to get into the abdominals. There's no way to use momentum here, so you really have to work the abs. One more if you can. And from there, rock straight up and over. And off we go. We're in round 5. Find plank. Use the toes, move the body weight forwards, bend the elbows into low plank. Inhale, up dog, point the toes, squeeze the glutes. Exhale, down dog. Bending the knees, hop to hands. Inhale, long flat back, stretch out. Exhale to fold. Ground down with the feet, root to rise, extend and lift. Hands to heart center, tree pose. Right foot down, left foot in, taking the arms out wide, powering into the legs, taking the gaze out towards that right hand. So we're finding our lovely tree pose, working on hip opening and balance for 3. Keep that spine long, really stretch and open. 2, aeroplane warrior. 3 is next. And 1, left foot lifts, extend. So remember, you're squeezing the inner thighs together, squaring the hips, squeezing that left glute. 1 long line from toes to head, fingertip to fingertip, backs of the hands to the sky. For 3, deep breaths in and out, stretch out. 2. And 1, find a standing split. Inhale that left foot up high, early stretch out, reach out. Exhale, fold letting the head and the shoulders relax. Standing splits, finding space in the back of that right leg for 3. Stretch up, reach up, warrior 1 next, 2. And 1, land the left foot at the back of the mat, square the hips towards the short side of the mat, warrior 1. Right knees over right ankle, adjust to if you need to. You want to make sure you can still see your right big toe, steering the hips around, grounding down into the outer edge of that left foot. And when you're ready, inhale, start to stream and open the heart out to the sky. Focusing for length down the front side of the body, you want to avoid compression in the back. Maintaining that lunge in the front leg, maintaining that twist of the hips towards the front of the room. Taking 1 more inhale, exhale. And from there, interlock the hands behind you, inhale, and exhale, fold. Humble warrior. Right shoulder coming inside the right knee, squeezing the heels of the hands together, just stretching out through the chest, pressing hard into the outer edge of that left foot as the right shoulder moves forwards. Head relaxes, a lovely humble warrior, really strong, fiery one for the legs, working hard, opening through the hips as well. For 3, deep breaths in and out. 2. And 1, plant the hands and step forwards, left foot meets right. Ground down with the feet, root to rise, lift, extend, hands to heart center. Second side, left foot grounds, the right foot is coming up, finding a tree pose. Powering the legs towards each other, taking the arms out wide, strong core, squeeze the glutes, gaze out towards the left hand. Opening out through the hips there for 3. Deep breaths in and out, start to think about that next pose, that airplane warrior. 3, 2. And 1, right knee lifts and take that right foot out behind you. Sweeping out, stretching out, 1 long line from toes to head, drawing the shoulder blades together, stretching through the chest, firming that left leg. 3, squeezing that right glute, standing splits next. 2. And 1, stretching forwards, kick up high with that right foot, let the shoulders relax, the spine extend, kick, 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 lengthen, and fold. For 3, start to think about that warrior coming up, keep kicking, keep lengthening. 2. And 1, right foot grounds, windmill the hands up to the sky, square the hips, adjust if you need to. You might want to take that left foot forwards or closer to the left side of the mat. Powering as hard as you can into the outer edge of that right foot. Feel this right quad engaged, the core engaged. Inhale, start to let the gaze lift, opening out through the heart. Make sure the spine feels comfortable. Make sure you're maintaining that lunge in the front leg, looking great at home. Working here for 3. Inhale, reach and stretch, powering into the legs. 2. 1 more, inhale. And exhale, interlock the hands behind you, prepare, inhale, exhale, fold, left shoulder coming inside the left knee, squeezing the heels of the hands together, pressing into the outer edge of that right foot, letting the crown of the head reach forwards, the head relax, squeezing the shoulder blades together, humble warrior. We're just gently opening out through that left hip, really power hard into the legs, make sure you're not collapsing down, working here for 3, stretching out through the chest, 2, and 1, plant the hands, left foot forwards, right foot meets left. Inhale, root to rise, extend, stretch on up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, long flat back. And plant the hands, hop, step, jump, plank. Plank to dog. So we're moving either straight from plank to dog, or if you're feeling it, moving to plank and rolling to dog by bending the knees, scooping the weight backwards, and then rippling forwards. Entirely up to you, whatever variation works for you. Working here, 5, with control. Squeeze, 4. Strong abs, powerful. Make sure the fingers are spread out wide. 3, 2, and 1. Find a plank, slow tap out, or plank jacks. Out and in. Remember, if you ever need to drop to the knees and just hold a table, you're super welcome to. Hang on in there for 5. So a really nice way to build some heat, build strength. 4, hips in line with shoulders. 3, side plank next. 2, And 1. From there, we're taking the left elbow down to the mat, right hand to the sky, holding a side plank, or taking that elbow to knee drive. Hips stay high, strong core, focusing on stability. Working here for 3. With control, extend and drive. 2. And 1. Second side, right elbow down, hips are high, and off we go. Elbow to knee. We're driving, extending, hips stay high. 3. Moving with control, re-squeeze the core, stabilize, smile if you can. 2. And 1. Dolphin dips. So we're taking a forearm dog, elbows down, hips are high, walking the toes towards the elbows. Moving from dolphin to dolphin plank. Strong core, powering forwards and backwards with control for 5. Moving forwards, backwards. 4. Well done. 3, 2, and 1. From there, finding our way into Sphinx. So we're just going to drop the hips down and find our way into Sphinx pose. So elbows are coming down underneath the chest. Chest is lifted, either staying there, or if you're feeling it, we're going to low fly to the floor and lift. Squeezing the glutes, squeezing the heels of the hands together. So it's stretching out through the chest. Lift, lift, lift. Strong strengthening for the lower back. For 3. Inhale. Exhale. Lift up. 2. And 1. Hands under the shoulders. We're going to press straight up through plank all the way to down dog. So finding your down dog, and from there, toes to hands, hands to toes even, taking a little twist dog, or taking a plank twist dog, moving from plank to dog, squeezing the core, rotating for 5, either or. 4, well done. Remember, try and control that transition, feel that power. 3, 2, and 1. Right hand to left foot. Remember, you can take the hands and feet close together if you need to. Squeeze the core, rotate. Feel free to throw that right leg in the air if you can. Stretching up, reaching up, rotate for 3. Going to take it to a wild thing next. Keep lengthening the hips up high. 2, and 1. Right hand plants, right foot lifts. Drop the right foot behind you and press the hips up high. Wild thing. Stretching, reaching out, finding a full extension down the whole front side of the body. Squeeze, 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 and lift for 3. Deep breaths in and out, opening through the heart. Think about that transition to warrior 2, 2, and 1. Right foot forwards, left foot grounds, windmill the hands up, sweep on over, finding our lovely, strong warrior 2. Holding that warrior 2 for 3, gazing over that middle finger, stretching out 2, and 1. From there, we're going to swivel on the back toes, so the left foot grounds, the right knee is over right ankle. Inhale, reaching up tall, and exhale, power back, stretch back, angling the body forwards. Inhale, reaching up, lifting up through the heart. Exhale, power back, stretch back, squeezing the shoulder blades together. 1 more time. Inhale, lift, and exhale, stretch back. Inhale, reach on, lift, and exhale your way to downward facing dog. So from here, we're going to take it straight onto the other side. Inhale. Exhale, the left hand comes over, finding a twist dog. Squeezing in the core, finding that lovely rotation and stretch through the spine. Stretching out, reaching out for 3. So we're finding space in the shoulder, twisting out through the spine. 2, and 1. Left hand plants, left foot lifts. Dropping that left foot behind you and power up high with the hips. Wild thing. Stretching up, reaching up, squeezing the glutes, finding that extension length down the whole front side of the body for 3. Really lift and power and extend on up. 2, and 1. From there, the left foot is going to ground, the right foot is going to ground, sweeping and windmilling your way up to warrior 2. So the left foot is facing forwards, the right foot is facing the right of the mat. We're opening out through the chest, powering into the legs, warrior 2. So we're finding our lovely strong warrior, holding there for 3, inhaling. Exhaling, relaxing the shoulders. 2, and 1. Turning on the right toes, hands to the sky, left knee over left ankle. Inhale to lift, and exhale, power back, stretch back, squeezing the shoulder blades together. Inhale, reach up, stretch up tall, finding length, powering into the legs, and drive back, stretch back, opening through the heart. 1 more time. Inhale, reach, extend. Exhale, stretch back. Inhale, lift. Exhale, windmill the hands, find your way back to down dog, and hop to seated. Double leg forward fold. You're doing really well, we're almost there. Inhale, reach up, stretch up, and fold forwards, lengthening forwards, breathing into the lower back, into the back body for 3, inhaling. Exhaling, 2. 1 more, really deep breath in, and out. From there, rolling up, finding a high boat, and then taking it to a low boat, or just saying high if you prefer. So squeezing in the core, high boat to low boat for 5. Moving with control, really feeling that power in the abs. 4. Great job. 3, 2, 1 more. And coming all the way up, taking a reverse table. Hands plant behind you, feet plant, and then power the hips up high, squeeze the glutes, lift up. Option to extend the legs fully and power up, open through the heart, squeeze the shoulder blades together, reverse plank. We're holding there, squeeze, 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 lift up, stretch up for 3. Keep lifting and stretching, 2. And 1, drop the hips down, taking the soles of the feet together, and we're rolling all the way down. From here, moving into either just a little squeeze and pulse up here in our bound angle sit-ups, or if you want to take it all the way up and over, squeezing the core, lifting up and over, feel free. Whatever works for you, we're thinking about lifting and lowering, squeezing, working into the abdominals for 5. So this is our final round. We're going to take a little bit of extra abs to finish. 4, and then take a little stretch. 3, coming up and down. 2, and 1, rolling all the way down there. Give yourself a little squeeze, a little stretch. And from there, floating the knees out over the hips, taking the chin to the chest, hands to the back of the mat. We're going to take opposite elbow to knee, squeezing in the core, working bicycle crunches. So we're working through the side body, through the obliques, squeeze and drive. Thinking about powering into the abdominals, finding that lovely twist and stretch through the side body. Working here for 10, squeeze and cross. 9, 8, power, 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 little final abs plus. 7, well done. 6, hang on in there. 5, awesome stuff at home. 3, 2, and 1. From there, straight into our next exercise. Palms face down, lower back on the floor. Squeeze the abs, lift the pelvis off the mat, and lower again. So taking a pelvic roll. Or if you're feeling fiery, we're going to squeeze with straight legs into reverse curl. So we're squeezing the core, lifting the hips off the mat, lowering with control. So either with heels into the bum or legs up straight, entirely up to you. Squeeze the core and make sure you lower with equal control. Should feel those abs on fire. Working this little exercise for 5. Squeeze the core to lift and lower. 4, well done. 3, power, power, power through the abs. 2, and 1. All right, plant the feet. Press the hips up high. We're into a bridge pose. Thinking about the knees staying in line with the ankles, squeezing in the core, pressing up, reaching up, holding there. Or if you're feeling it, we're going to take a marching bridge. Marching knee to chest, working into the abdominals. We're using the quads and the glutes to stabilize the body with the grounded foot. Thinking about trying to keep the hips neutral as we drive. Nice work. Hang on in there. We are really close to the end. Working here for 5. So moving with control, with power. 4, nice work. 3, 2, and 1. Plant the hips down, legs in the air, and we are taking little flutter legs to finish. We're drawing little X's in the air, lower back on the floor. If you prefer just to take a leg lower and another leg lower, feel free. We're thinking about keeping the lower back on the floor, just lowering and lifting as far as we can within that range of motion. Great job. So little flutter legs, strong through the core, lower back stays grounded. We are working here for 10. Little stretch after this. 9, moving with control. 8, doing a great job. 7, squeeze, squeeze, squeeze of the abs. 5, almost there. 4, keep that lower back on the floor. Hang on in there. 3, 2, and 1. Smashed it. Well done, team. Give yourself a stretch. A little hug in. And then take a reverse pigeon here. So left ankle onto the right knee. Maybe staying there, or if you can, hugging the hands through to the back of the right shin. Entirely up to you. Just aiming to find a lovely deep stretch down the back of the left leg. Inhaling. And exhaling. Stretching in. Shoulders relaxed for 3. So lovely big stretch right down the back of that left leg. Shoulders relaxing. Spine is long. 2. 1 more inhale. Exhale. From there, swapping over, taking your right ankle onto the left knee and stretching and taking the hands through to the left shin, finding that lovely deep stretch down the back of the right leg. Shoulders are relaxed, spine is extending. Inhaling. And exhaling. Great job. Well done. Stretching in there for 3. Inhaling. Exhaling. 2. One more deep breath in. And unraveling there and taking a happy baby. So peace sign fingers around the big toes, knees in towards the armpits. Have a little wiggle woggle, a little stretch. Maybe bring one heel in, maybe the other. So lovely stretch and release through the hips. Shoulders are relaxing. Inhaling. Exhaling. Well done. Just stretching out there for 3, 2, and 1. Finally, just bring the feet onto the mat, the arms out wide, and windscreen wiper the legs from side to side. Lovely little passive stretch for the hips and release through the spine to finish. Stretching out for 3. Just little windscreen wiper, shoulders stay relaxed. 2, and 1. From there, soles of the feet can come together, or you can extend the legs out long on the mat, close the eyes, and take 3 breaths. Deep inhale. Exhale. 2. Final, really deep, full breath in. And out. Great job. All right, give yourself a rock and roll up to seated. So finding your way up to a final comfortable seat. Let the sit bones ground. And when you're ready, inhale, reach up, stretch up. Exhale, hands to heart. And have an awesome rest of your day. Absolutely awesome job, team. Thanks for joining. Thanks for joining, everyone. Give yourself a high five and namaste. Well done, team. Thanks, guys. Thanks, team. Thank you. Thank you. Well done.
That was great.
Oh, it's sweaty, eh?